So as you know, I've been a super bagel kick lately, and finally I got the courage today and show you my bagel recipe. I'm going to do a beetroot bagel stuffed with mozzarella cheese and salted egg. And today I have a special guest that's gonna help me today, which is Calvin.
Hi guys!
So he's gonna help me with my bagel, and let's get started. All right, Calvin. I'm not gonna do anything today. You're doing all the work, right?
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, we are going to get the beetroot juice going. So I have some beetroot that has already been cooked and blended. And Calvin, I'm going to have you put it in the warm water that I have prepared.
Sure.
I got a purple dress just for this bagel.
I should have done that.
You didn't get the memo? So Calvin, why did you decide to be a food vlogger?
Long story short, I love food. I would say I came from a foodie family. My parents are natural chefs, and we are always so spoiled with food. And now I'm running my own food IG called Lai Eats.
Yeah, everybody should check it out. It's right
And you
there.
should.
Yep. We have some instant yeast here, about 10 grams. And yeast definitely feed on sugar. Now actually beetroots already have tons of sugar in it, but I'm just going to make sure they have a good feeding. As you can see, it's really foamy now. So now we're going to combine the flour with the mixture and the salt right into the mixing bowl. And I'm going to use the dough hook and then just put it right into there. Alright, so as you can see, the dough is super pretty. So it's kind of like a little bit Play-Doh-ish. It shouldn't be too wet that you cannot handle, but at the same time, it shouldn't be too crummy and too dry. So this is a perfect consistency. What I would do is quickly to just give it a couple knit. It doesn't require that much knitting. And then after this, we are going to let this proof for the first time. So Calvin, you can have a feel at it. So usually I go push and then come back and fold, push and fold, push and fold. Just kind of turn it and gather and turn, and eventually it will just kind of get into a ball like this. And then put it into the bowl, and we're gonna cover it with plastic wrap and put it in a warm place and have it proof until it's double the size. Look at that! Calvin.
Yep.
Be my guest and give it a good punch. Yes. You feel release of your aggression?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then what we're gonna do is basically knit it back into a dough form. This dough can make about 10 bagels. Depends on the size. If you want a gigantic bagel, you can definitely do less. You put it in there, and it's 813 grams. So we're just going to have 81 grams each and make 10 bagels. Pull a dough and then measure about 81 grams. Meanwhile, I'm gonna show you. So now you have this dough. What you're gonna do is slowly gather it underneath the palm of your hand and work it and pull it in towards you. And see, you have a nice little ball right here. So we are going to let this proof one more time until it doubles the size. So in this temperature again, it should be about half an hour or so. Another trick that I like to do, put a bowl over it and just let it sit. Beer time. Oh my god, beer at lunch is so luxurious.
Nothing is better than having a beer in a hot day like that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
You can see it's now completely double the size. Now we're ready to stuff your bagel. Put the sticky part in the bottom, and then you just basically stretch it into like a rectangle kind of. I have some Parmesan cheese here, which I'm going to basically put that in the middle. I have some salted egg yolk. Drizzle right in the center of this, and then I basically roll it like a sausage, and then roll it tight. And because the dough is still quite sticky, you just roll it try not to have air inside it, and just roll it like this. Gather, roll, roll, roll into a sausage format. Okay? Just like this. And what you do is you basically gather it in between your hands, and then the tip, you pinch it together, and then you roll it onto the table, and then you roll it, and then it will just become like this. What are some of the things that makes you excited when you take the picture? So are you a photographer? You do really nice photos though.
I used to take pictures and was a school photographer back then, so
Really?
I was more into portrait and scenic photography. So I transferred that interest into food. Anything range from local eats to fine dining, but I'm more like hidden gems, especially places that people rarely talk about that's been around, and I would try to feature them.
So what is your go-to comfort food?
I would say no nudes, no life.
Noodles?
Nudes is any kind of noodles. Recently, I have a huge interest in nudes lifting because
Noodle lifting.
I kind of lift every day, but you know what? Every day you have
Not
to lift.
this kind of lifting,
It's like
but
that.
noodle
but
lifting.
Exactly.
A great hungover food will be spicy noodles. The spicy
Oh,
Sichuan
oh
xifan.
yes.
Oh, that I have to do that one.
Actually, like during college, my go-to hangover food is pho.
Oh, mine is 辛拉面.
Oh yeah.
Korean. So this is what it looks like. We are going to let it rest just about 15 minutes. Or if you do have the time, I do encourage you to actually put it in the fridge overnight. So as you can see, my bagel has gotten bigger again. So now we have a pot of water here. I mean, there are other recipes that you're supposed to put molasses in them, but for me, it worked, just plain water. And then I'm going to slowly drop my bagel in there, and we are going to boil it each side for 1 minute. So we're going to do some egg washing. So why don't you help me with the egg wash? It's just basically egg yolk and a little bit of milk. If you can brush it all over. Then what am I gonna do is I'm going to add my toppings. Again, if you want it plain, this is all you need to do. If you want poppy seeds, you sprinkle poppy seeds. Today, I'm doing Parmesan and my egg yolk. Now we're gonna pop this into the oven about 200 degrees, roughly about 10 to 15 minutes, depends on your oven, until it's golden brown and shiny. Calvin, your virgin baking experience.
I know, I'm excited.
Oh my God. Look at that. Let's eat. I think it's just enough chewiness. I think if you get it a little bit cooler, then it will settle a little bit more, but because we're just a little bit impatient.
You can still taste the mozzarella and the saltiness and the salted egg.
Beetroot wise, I don't really taste that much beetroot.
So I think like the takeaway is the beetroot is more a little bit of the sweetness, but it's more for the coloring.
I worked really hard. I think we both deserve this. This is amazing turning out, and I'm so happy you're here with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so you need to let us know what should we do the next, and make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. And on that note, see you next time.
See you later. Bye.